TA70s chick here again with another album review. This time I'm going to do, it might be a little bit longer because it's the deluxe version of a compilation of outtakes, or not really outtakes, but throwaway tracks that ended up on one album released in 1982, and it's Coda by Led Zeppelin. Yes, that was a collection of songs that were left off of albums, and sometimes I wonder why, because a lot of those songs were pretty enjoyable. And some of them seem like they were maybe jams of some sort, and they just didn't end up on an album. Maybe they didn't think, the group didn't think it was good enough. And anyway, there's 3 discs to this set. They contain a lot of, like I said, songs that were most likely more than left off, like I said, from albums. And there's no liner notes, which would be nice, but there are pictures of the band here. And there's pictures of the band live. More pics. And the names of the songs are here. This is the original disc. This was the name of the songs on the original disc. And then there's more photos. More photos. And there's all the, let's see, are there any? Yeah, there's just some little tidbits of information here. It just says, the material on the compilation, the companion disc, presents a portal to the time of the recording of Led Zeppelin. It is a selection of work in progress with rough mixes, backing tracks, alternate versions, and new material recorded at the time. And there are, let's see what else here. Yeah, some of them were alternate. There are different mixes to certain tracks. Like there's a mix to, let's see, Desire, Desire, which turned into the Wonton song, and this is a different mix. And Bring It On Home has a rough mix. Bring It On Home was from Led Zeppelin 2. And a lot of the songs here, this one, the first one we're going to go into is called We're Gonna Groove, and it was recorded on the Pi Mobile truck at the Royal Albert Hall in London on January 9th, 1970. Here's this song here, that song. This is a great tune. I remember I got this when it came out when I was in freshman year, and I thought it was awesome. I had a little bitty boom box, and I remember walking around listening to this. Let's see what else here. Like I said, I think the next song too, Poor Tom, was recorded on June 5th, 1970, and I believe it was left off of the Zeppelin 3 album, which was released in October of that year. And I have no idea why they left it off. It's a really great song. It's kind of like a folky type folk rock song, and should have been on the album. And let's see, there was a lot here too. 3 of them that were, they were songs left off of In Through the Outdoor. One I don't care for in particular is Darlene, because it seems to me like he whines kind of when he sings. And I don't like whining. Okay, let's see. Poor Tom. Here we go. Poor Tom. Great drumming from the Bonzo himself. Poor Tom. Here's the tale of Tom. me. See what did we? Poor Tom, settled son, always knew what's going on. I love this. It reminds me of traveling in my mom and dad's 1970 Bonneville. Like on the way to New York, Detroit, Michigan. When I was younger, she would always take trips there. In 1971, I remember. And back then, no one used seat belts. I remember the seat in the back was down, and I would crawl back and forth all the time and just kind of lay around and listen to the music. My parents were squares, though. They weren't into this. I didn't become into this type of music until I was 11. And I looked up to it. My cousin Lonnie was into it. He had a guitar that he practiced with, just like I have a bass that I need to be practicing more. As a matter of fact, when this show is done, I'm going to go back to practicing some more because I got to get the dexterity down because my fingers are short and what's left of my brain, the right and left, I can only do one side and then another side, and I can't get the two to go together. So, but one of my subscribers really complimented me, and his name's Daniel Boone, and I want to do a shout out to you, Daniel Boone, for thanking for all your support and all your compliments. I really appreciate it. What you done? I have to let this play out. It's too good of a tune to go get cut off. Love the harmonica on this too. What about that grandson on your knee? Great riding tune. Traveling tune. Awesome. Let me take a drink of water here while you enjoy the music. For Led Zeppelin newbies, actually this would be a great place to get familiar with their music. Keep it talking. And just see what it's like. And then you got, of course, get the albums. Of course, the early ones, debut and the second album. And, of course, the overrated but still good Zeppelin 4, which everybody called Stairway to Heaven. They quit you today. This was on their first album, but I think this was a live version. Yeah, it was recorded during sound rehearsal at Royal Albert Hall, same date as We're Gonna Groove, January 9th, 1970. The Pi Mobile Truck. Yeah, I like this. I like a lot of this because Zeppelin's one of those bands that everybody knows of and that are great, and they tend to get a little monotonous at times, or too overrated at times. But this material is great because you kind of hear a different side to them, like a lot of diverse tracks here. And when we get to disc 3, disc 2. There's an alternate mix of We're Gonna Groove that I'm not even gonna play. But there's rough mixes of, it's When the Levee Breaks. It's called If It Keeps on Raining, which is really not real remarkable. There's one, Baby Come On Home, and Traveling Riverside Blues was a big track that in the 1994, I always heard it on the radio. I think that's when maybe their box set was released. And that one got a lot of radio airplay on stations down here in Fort Lauderdale, in South Florida. A station that we all miss dearly, WSHE. And then now it's like the Beat or the Beach or some. All the rock stations have gone, and the only one left is. I think is Zeta 4 still around? No, not that I know. I don't know. I lost track. But anyway, here's a track called Walter's Walk, recorded on the Rolling Stones mobile unit on May 16, 1972. This, I don't know if it was meant to be on any album. Like maybe, I don't know if it was meant to be on Houses of the Holy. If it was, it fits in, but not quite. But here it is, another great song. This is another great one. Hey, where is everybody? Let me text him. Lee, I'm going to message you again. I'm live now. Let me message Dana. Oh no, it's the mouse where the connection's lost. I wish I can pause this. I know we're live. That's why I always like to make videos, as a matter of fact, rather than live versions. Because I like to cut off to get to the better parts of the songs that I like. But this one I have to kind of fast forward. But they are good songs, but there's certain areas of the songs that I like. And what was I going to say? I don't remember. Okay, well, let's fast forward to the end. It only does a few seconds at a time, of course. Doesn't matter now. I love the ending of this. A lot of their lyrics, it's funny, you can never understand them. You always have to look online. They have A to Z song lyrics, and you can always find them there. Doesn't matter now. Here we go. Sounds like he's having an orgasm. I love this. Bonzo. Oh, they couldn't go on without him. I'll never forget when I heard about his death. I was just blown away. It was so sad. They played the radio station played, of course, Stairway to Heaven afterwards. I was 12. This was September 25th, 1980. I was 12 years old. Now, this is a song from the In Through the Outdoor Sessions, which is another one of my favorites. Ozone Baby. This got airplay, too, in late 1982 when the Coda album came out. And I absolutely love this. Be my honey. Ooh, it's my love. Ooh, it's my own true love. Ooh, it's my love. Ooh, it's my own true love. My love. In fact, I've got a copy of In Through the Outdoor. I think what I should do, download the album and put in this song and the last song, Wearing and Tearing. Wearing and Tearing is kind of like a punk song. Not really punk, but it's like a tip of the hat to punk, which was becoming a little more popular in the States. Of course, it began in the UK in 1975, and disco was hitting it big here. I think punk and new wave became popular when the disco popularity was starting to wane, like in 1980. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit longer than usual, so it's enjoyable, though. It really is. In the darkness, silhouette. It's my own true love. This song's almost over. I'm going to cut it off early, of course. Okay, here we go. Oh, never mind. Let's hear that guitar solo. Hope you guys aren't getting too bored. Sorry, I had to sneeze. After this guitar solo, I'm going to go on to the next song. The next one's called Darlene. It's not one of my favorites. Here it is. The music's excellent, though. This is called Darlene, and this was also from the. It's from the. I can't concentrate now. Plus, I knew a girl named Darlene in grade school. Real shy, real sensitive girl. Was friends with her throughout the elementary school year. And then in 5th grade, she became psycho and started flipping on me every now and then and getting upset for no reason for something. So anyway, this is from the In Through the Outdoor sessions. Okay, next one. Bonzo's Montreux. Drum solo and some electronic effects in there too from Jimmy Page. This was recorded September 12th, 1976. Recorded at Mountain Studios in Montreux, Switzerland, where the famed Smoke on the Water, the mobile unit, the Smoke on the Water incident, where the Frank Zappa and the Mothers were playing, of course, and then there was a fire that broke up. And there's even John Lord was even quoted as saying in the Deep Purple documentary, said Frank got up and says, "I don't want to alarm anyone, but fire!" There's what sounds like, the electronic effect sounds like, kind of like steel drums, but it's not. It says, Jimmy Page electronic treatments. Wow. What is it about drummers being like the mischief makers? Like John Bonham was kind of a mischief maker, and we all know Keith Moon. There's the electronic treatments. Sounds like kind of sounds like a steel drum, but something else being used. Anyway, here's another one. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Since we got a little bit of time, we're running on 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and get through Wearing and Tearing, and then I'm going to create a video regarding the next 2 discs. Since I know a lot of people can't really come on, I don't see really anybody in the room right now, but I know everybody can catch the playback. But next song is Wearing and Tearing from the Into the Outdoor sessions. This is the one that kind of is like punk rock. Kind of got like a punkish beat to it. Yeah, since there's nobody in the room, I'm just going to cut this short and I'm going to go ahead and make a video going over the other 2 discs. Because I got to cut out now anyway, as it is, I think it's 2:30 right now. Yeah, 2:25. So this was another half-hour review that everybody can look back on and my videos. I always like to. I prefer videos anyway. I don't know what your thoughts are, everybody. So if you would prefer me going live every once in a while, let me know. In the meantime, maybe I'll just make videos because they seem to get more views. Whenever I make videos, they get more views for some reason. I don't know why. But whatever, either way. I'm glad everybody enjoyed my Van Halen tribute. When was it? Last week? No, I think it was the week before. And then I did a video of my amateur bass playing. Anyway. Actually, while I'm here, let me give... You know what? Let me give it a shot here. Okay, next one is the second disc. The second disc here. I'm going to play just a few songs from here that two of them got, two of them got radio airplay, and one of them should have been included on Led Zeppelin 3 from 1970. Oh, there you are. I was just going to wrap it up, actually. I mean, it's going to be a long one because I just went through the first disc of this album. It was like a mishmash of when Zeppelin broke up. It was called Coda, and I just went through the 8 songs, and this is a deluxe version that gives you like outtakes or like alternate versions. I'm going to keep, like I said, I'm going to play at least some of them. This is the second disc, and see, this one is a version, it's a rough mix of When the Levee Breaks, but it's called If It Keeps on Raining. Let's go to that one, number 2. Here we go. Like the bass from John Paul Jones. Like this, actually. Yeah, I messaged Lee and Lady Peeps. Nice. You got good taste. Nice. Yeah, a lot of their albums, like I said, this was, I'm introducing this to people I think who are really newbies to Led Zeppelin. If they're not really familiar and they want to get a taste of it, they should go to this. This one where I remember, like I was saying earlier about how I remember, hey, Lady Peeps, I was just mentioning you. I'm just going over this deluxe version of Coda by Led Zeppelin. It came out in 1982, 2 years after they broke up, and I just got over disc 1. So you can go ahead and, of course, do the playback. This is an outtake of, this is an outtake of When the Levee Breaks on Zeppelin 4. It's called If It Keeps on Raining. The bass came in really nice. And speaking of bass, I definitely have to practice more, because Lady Peeps, you know who I'm talking about. That guy that we think is a sod. That guy I told you about, whose talent I envy. It's like my envy of him keeps me going. It feels like kind of like a chore when I try to practice bass, but I got to make it fun. And something inside of me keeps saying, no, it's not good enough. You're never going to be good enough. And I slack off. Oh, don't tell me this is skipping. Oh, you bastard. All right, well, anyway, let's see. Let me go to, what's the next one? I almost was going to cut this off because nobody was coming in the room. But since there's people in the room, it's going to be a little long. Let's see. Okay, it's Keep on Raining. Next one is called Baby Come On Home, and I believe it was supposed to be on Zeppelin 2. There's, two of these, Baby Come On Home and Sugar Mama, were supposed to be, I think, on Led Zeppelin 2. All right, here it is. Here's Baby Come On Home. This had, like I said, airplay, like in the early 90s. There was a time. This this is a kind of long. It's 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Like I said, there's not much to really speak about. There's no liner notes. But, yeah, it's funny. A funny thing about Zeppelin is, I'll turn that up in a little bit. Willie Dixon, who was an old blues, he played the stand-up bass, one of the great blues greats. Everybody was saying, and it's true, Zeppelin ripped off a lot of his stuff, like the Lemon Song. Whole Lot of Love, I think, was lifted some of Willie Dixon. It's one thing to be influenced by somebody, but sometimes you got to be careful when you lift things up. But of course, Dana, you can attest to this. We're both Pisces. But when George Harrison, who's a Pisces, did My Sweet Lord, there was plagiarism. There was cries of plagiarism from the Chiffons called that He's So Fine. And it did sound like it. But of course he lost. But then the Chiffons played tribute to him by redoing He's So Fine. Why us Pisces get like a fine-toothed comb? They're trying to find... I really think deep down it might be jealousy for some reason. But I don't want jealous people. I don't want jealousy because it creates... Oh, there you are. Thanks, Daniel Boone. I'm glad you're here. Oh, he gave me such good compliments on my amateur bass playing. And I told him about that guy, too. I said how much I envy him, and he's got this perfect life. You know, his parents are wealthy. He's a Gemini, of course. You know, they're always successful. Pisces have to develop talents. Geminis just have inborn talents. And we're, pretty much the useless signs of the zodiac, according to many people. Ooh. I love Leslie through an amp, through a Hammond B3. Leslie. I'm gonna plead. But anyway, I'm just now trying to develop talents, and I'm 52 years old. Now, I don't know. All I know is if I can go back, I know everybody says this, but, well, it helps when you're growing up and you have a support system, which I never had. But anyway, enough of that. Everybody of you that aren't Pisces, thank your lucky stars every day that you're not, because I would never wish that on anybody, not even I would wish it on my worst enemy. I'm sorry. Yes, I would. Okay, let's get into Sugar Mama. Sugar Mama. Man, this is awesome. Oh my God, why was this left off of any album? Sugar Mama, Sugar Mama, Sugar Mama. God, this is awesome. Aw, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. I really do. Yeah, I'm just going to keep being me. My problem is I tend to listen to all the negativity. People who say they tell it like it is. Like they'll say, if you say, how do you like my hair? They'll say, oh, it's ugly. Or I'll never forget one woman who was a Scorpio. She had a Pisces friend. My mom is friends with both of these people, not so much Diane. And Diane told her, I don't like your haircut. And she says, well, everybody else said they like it. Well, they're lying. I mean, I don't understand. Can anybody understand that? Why people say, oh, I'm real, I tell it like it is. It's still your fucking opinion. What the fuck? Like, what? Are you set in stone? Are you, what is it, on the commandments? On, God, I can't even. Oh God, I am so far removed from the Bible. It's not funny. Who was it with the Ten Commandments, and who was? I don't remember. I don't know. But they think that their opinions and their facts are written in stone, and they're still just opinions. If everybody liked the haircut, they like the haircut. Fuck you, Diane. Go to hell, Diane. Okay, where's the next one? Traveling Riverside Blues. This got a lot of airplay, too. I remember 1994. Or it may have been 1992. I don't remember. Love you, Lady Peeps. You're awesome. Fuck off. Yeah, I wish I was, definitely wish I could have been, like, starting out my teens, like, right around these, like, the late 60s, starting out my teens, like, maybe in middle school, and then in high school and 20s. Yeah, oh, my God. But it wasn't meant to be, I guess. Sorry, Dana, I know you like being a Pisces, and more, I know you do. I know you don't feel that way. Oh, hello. Glad to see you. Man, I'm glad I stuck around. I didn't think anybody was going to make it. I was going to end it like around 20 minutes because I did the first disc. This is the second disc. I'm just going over like a lot of the unreleased tunes and some of the remixes, but not all of them. This one, yeah, this was recorded and broadcast on June 23rd, 1969 for the John Peel's Top Gear radio show. Released by arrangement with BBC Enterprises. But yeah, speaking of Top Gear, Lady Peeps, do you know the show Top Gear? Well, now it's all American. My hubby doesn't like it anymore. He used to watch it all the time with the British guys, and he would laugh his ass off every time. He's laughing and laughing, and I go, what are you laughing at? Top Gear? All these little cars that I think were put together, and they have to go around the country and try them out. Or okay, let's move on. Of course, I think everybody's favorite tune, that it's a shame that it didn't end up on Led Zeppelin 3. It's this one. Hey, hey, what can I do? 1970. I don't know why they left it off. And I love Led Zeppelin 3 too. It's kind of it's kind of like a lot of people, I think it got kind of like so reviews, maybe because it was mostly acoustic, but it's one of my favorites. What I used to do is I used to work, my first job was at McDonald's, and they would have me open like on the weekends. I'd open like at 6 o'clock, get off at like 2. I'd get off home, eat, and I would put on Zeppelin 3 and just kind of drift off. And I love the end of this too with that acoustic guitar mandolin that kind of fades. I said I got a little woman and she won't be true. And disc 3 has some like a remix or a rough mix of. Disc 3 has a song. It's called Four Hands, and it was kind of like a mix of Four Sticks. This one I didn't really care for. It had the Bombay Orchestra, which was interesting, but it just wasn't my favorite. And also Friends was recorded with the Bombay Orchestra. And then there's St. Tristan's Sword, which was a rough mix. I think that was a throwaway track from the Zeppelin 3 recording. The Zeppelin 3, whatever. Desire, the Wonton song, is a remix of, alternate mix of the Wonton song. And Bring On Home, rough mix. Walter's Walk, rough mix. And rough mix of In the Light, which is called Everybody Makes It Through. Said I got a worried mind, sharing what I thought was mine. Gonna leave it with the guitars playing. I'll just play this one out. I know you guys are gonna get bored. I don't really have too much to say here, but I'm gonna let the song play out. Let me get my water here. I don't want to stay drunk all the time. I used to also sing in the band. I sucked, but it was when my fiance was alive. My daughter's dad. We were with this really burnt out drummer that can play anything you throw at him. The bass player sucked. I think I was better than him. But we'd play at biker bars, and it was fun. But although the bass player always wanted to do Black Sabbath tunes, which is fine. But we did some of this, some Zeppelin, we did some Aerosmith, we did little here and there, and a bullet too. Because sometimes I couldn't I don't have this rock and roll voice. And I told that guy that I was in a band too. When he was just like, oh really? You know, that laugh he has. People make fun of him. I don't think too many people cared for him when I worked there. But for some reason, I had the biggest crush on him. Oh, here, I love this. I love that fade out. Ah, so nice. Yes, I was 2 years old when that was being recorded. Yeah, it's tender age of 2. Okay, here's disc 3. First song is called Four Hands. And, oh, hello. Where is it, farting? Here, let's try it again. This is with the Bombay Orchestra, and it's called Four Hands. Come on, come on. All right, here we go. Oh, that's my new, I have my new wind chimes out here. I just hung up. Very nice, like $35 out right side of my bedroom window there. We have soundproof windows now, so I can't really hear it. I used to be able to hear when we had awnings. I had a set that I hung up there, and I can always hear it. But we had those yucky-ass jealousy windows. Ugh. Well, Miles Davis, one of my absolute favorite jazz musicians, did a lot of the trance music with that, with the tablas and everything on one of his albums called On the Corner, which now that reminds me, I've got to cover that. It's really cool. Miles, of course, was influenced by his ex-wife, Betty, who he was married to for 1 year because he was abusive. But she was the one, I did a video on her, an album review of Betty Davis. It was more an artist review because I covered all of her albums, all 4 of them. Funky, one of the funkiest women you can ever hear. She was the one who influenced his musical direction. And check her out if you want really raw funk, raw and gritty funk. Check out Betty Davis. Recorded in 1972 at the Bombay Orchestra. Next one is Friends, also recorded with the Bombay. And I love Friends. That's on Zeppelin 3, of course. And here's the sitar. I like some of this music. I'm surprised I never got a CD of Ravi Shankar, who passed away, I think, quite a few years ago. And he was at, what was it? Not Woodstock. Where was he, Ravi Shankar? Monterey Pops. Oh, much blessing, gotta go jump on a tractor and you play that farmer. Yeehaw! Take care. I'm glad you can make it. Lots of inspiration, a lot of Thank you. Lots of encouragement. Thank you, Daniel Boone. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I actually like this with the tablas. I never really sat and listened to this. This is one of my favorite songs by them, too. On Led Zeppelin 3. I don't know if he sings in this or not. Oh, there we go. He sings at a lower. He sings in a lower register than on the Zeppelin 3, which of course is my favorite. Well, that's interesting too there. Okay, next one is, it says it's a rough mix, but I guess that's all they recorded. It wasn't an actual song that they got together recorded, but it was during the same sessions as Led Zeppelin 3. Here it is. I like this. It's kind of little, I wouldn't say boring. It's really unremarkable, but still good. And I gotta get down this bass track too. Well, today I'm gonna get a bass track of one of Lee's shows that he did. When was it? Last week, where it was that 70s hold music. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. I got to learn a bass line to that. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to do that after I eat lunch and after the show, of course. And gonna, when I get it down, I think what I'll do is I'll make a video of me doing it. And I'm going to try to turn it up, my bass loud, because every time I try, I think, oh yeah, people can hear this, and they can't hear it. I don't know. That bass to me, it just, I don't know if it's me that plays or if the bass isn't good enough. My hubby said, oh yeah, get it. It's it's a Fender, but can't remember what type of Fender. It's another name. And I got it. It was $330 on eBay, and it came with the amp. So I'm like, I'm getting this while I have the money, because I had that COVID-19 money, but that stopped. So I'm looking for a job while my hubby works, and he actually had to dip in his 401k. So he wanted to pay off his car. But I told him, I said, make sure, you keep some of that money then. And thank God he does have a job. So Dana, you were right. We have a little bit more abundance now here, and I've been having good luck. Been calling into existence the things that are not as though they are. It's a biblical principle. And yesterday I found $5. About a month ago I found $10 outside of Michael's art supply store. And one time I thought I had $100 left in my account. I go to look again, and it said it was $200. That was a miracle. So anyway, let's see, what else are we? Desire. Here's another mix of the Wonton song. You can hear a little bit. If you're here, you can kind of hear it. You probably can't hear the difference over there, but there's not as much reverb. See, it's not, it doesn't have that kind of wall of sound. This is more like not, I wouldn't say a demo, but still good, of course. Close to the original, just not as mixed. Like I said, it was recorded, of course, Ronnie Lane's Mobile, Headley Grange. Mobile, I think they say that in the UK, don't they, ladies? Mobile. But what we say when we go mobile, I don't know. Like here, you don't hear the Hammond B3, the Leslie through the Hammond B3 here. You hear the clavinet. which is pretty cool. I actually like this version too. The rough mix. Sometimes there's times where, like, maybe if there's like, sometimes the rough mixes sound like better than the original. And in one instance, the song "Get Ready" by Rare Earth from 1970, the album they actually have a version on their album that's like 20 minutes long, and it's awesome. It is fantastic. And I don't know where they got the live sound from, because it wasn't live. I think they dubbed in the applause in the audience. So, but either way, I know what I was going to say too. The song, the remake they did of "I Know I'm Losing You," I think it was by the Temptations as well. But that one, I like the studio or the radio version rather than the album version. Sometimes things are like, sometimes it's like that. Sometimes they, like I said, the original, the radio, the single version sound better than the album versions. Okay, let's see. Last song I'm going to do is number 7, "Everybody Makes It Through." This was a rough mix of "In the Light" from their awesome Physical Graffiti album. Number 1 in 1975. This was a collection. Physical Graffiti, like, this was recorded on my 6th birthday, 1974. February 28th, 1974, this was recorded. It was a rough mix. So some of them, like I said, were recorded during 1974, and there were some songs spanning, like the Wonton song was recorded, the same, I'm getting behind myself here. Anyway, you get the idea. Let's fast forward. I always like that beginning, and I'll tell you why in a moment. Oh, wow. Cool. I love that. I always like that synthesizer. This song, the beginning, preferably, reminds me of being in sophomore year, and I was a big pothead. I used to wear my makeup, like, I have one here, one color here, one color here, and one color here. And I used to wear those flash dance shirts. They had the built-in tank top, and you'd have it off the shoulder, and black suede boots, and like the pull-on spandex, cotton spandex pants with like stripes. Oh man, and I had mile-long hair. I was a babe back then. I really was. I never thought so. I mean, I knew I was pretty, but I always thought I was fat. But I don't know. Anyway, I miss those days. I wish I could have. I think I was born insecure. I mean, Pisces are. They just are. I don't think I've met one that is secure. Maybe I have. But anyway, you get the idea. Dana, I know you love being a Pisces, and that's great. Oh, thank you, Lady Peeps. Well, anyway, God, we made it almost an hour, like 40, almost 50 minutes. I think, let's see, one more minute. I'm going to take it for one more minute. 8, 9, 49 minutes. Which pics of me when I was younger? Well, I have on my Instagram, I have 2 pictures of me. I have one of me in 1992, where back then I used to wear stockings. I had black stockings on, a checkered skirt, it was spandex, and a white jacket. And I had my hair teased up here and flowing like it is here, but it was teased. And there's a picture of me when I first started dating my hubby. My hair was long, and I was, prettier then than I was in my 20s. I was pretty, but I think I was most prettier then. And that one picture, if you go on my Instagram, you can look up Kobar Lisa, Kobarlisa. You should find it. If you have, or yeah, you should definitely find it. Or if I can post, or if I can find them and then send them to you, I will. Okay, anyway, we're at 50 minutes. So anyway, that's the close. That is the Coda of Coda. I like this better, the black. The Coda of Coda. And I want to thank everybody for coming. I really, really enjoyed it, and it made the show just that much better. The more people, the better. So anybody, anyway, give my channel, if you're the first time, if you're watching this channel for the first time, anybody out there, if you watch my video, if you watch the playback, please like, subscribe, and comment, and hit the notification button. And if you know anybody that loves to go back in time with a lot of retrospective, a lot of retro music, have them hit me up. And that will be all. And I will see you back on Wednesday for another album review. And it will be ahead of time. I know I let you know here on the show, it'll be Miles Davis on the corner. So be prepared for that, for some funky jazz. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your Monday, and I will see you Wednesday. Bye-bye.